Yeah, YouTube family, the Maverick in the space. Again, still the best and most credible opinion. Still, fair and fearless analysis. Emanating from the re-inclusion of Reggae Boys midfielder Ravel Morrison in the squad to meet the United States of America in the USA. You know, some me and my colleagues, them, one piece of debate, one piece of argument relating to players like Ravel Morrison. Because, you know, we don't look back on Ravel in a troubled career, checkered career, and the fact say, for a player that was so highly touted when he was a youngster in the Manchester United system, you know, Alex Ferguson spoke highly of his talent. Paul Pogba say one of the most talented players him ever play with. Wayne Rooney say one of the most gifted players him ever have in our midst. And then, to see how Ravel fail to have anything close to a kind of successful professional career. And with a reason about it, and one of the man them opposite say, you know, the common narrative, they're almost like a cliche. Say it was a lack of guidance why Ravel no make it. And you know, everybody a chime in and I say, yeah. Me did I watch them and I listen and me I say, no sir. Me jump up in the argument and say, no. Why do you keep talking about a lack of guidance why these guys don't make it? I beg to disagree. I want to tell you the discussion extended, you know, to other such players like Ravel Morrison. Because I hold upon them, you know, across all sports, you know. But we don't talk about them specifically in a football. I remember Walter Boyd name came up. The shooter named Peter Lee Vassell name did come up. Lamar Walker name did come up. You know, players like that where, you know, we see them talent, but them just don't matriculate in a success. And a couple of my colleagues, I mean, I say, boy, is a lack of guidance. Why them not matriculate? I mean, I said, no, you know. You don't make the athlete, them and the player, them look like some big head bud. Where they're responsible for them own destiny. And them own actions. And the fact that they make it or don't make it in a them chosen field. How much does that have to do with them not having so-called proper guidance vis-a-vis them not wanting it enough to put out the effort, enough to remain focused, enough to remain professional, enough to go over the hurdles as they arise along the way. Success in this life not easy, no. And as me that tell him in the discussion tonight, most people when they make it in a sport, especially the talented ones we are talking of, is because they never want it enough, to be focused enough, to be positive enough, to do what it takes to make it. A player like Ravel Morrison, Ravel grew up in the big Manchester United system, you know. He was a part of the most successful club in England at that time, you know. And you want to tell me there's a lack of guidance. Why a baller like that with them kind of doors of opportunity there open up to him? Where people like Pogba, Rooney and Sir Alex Ferguson say that youth when they in the academy did better than all of them man that we say turn big star, you know. You're going to tell me there's a lack of guidance why Ravel never become a big star himself too? No man. The baller them have to take some of the responsibility, people. When we hear the Black Pearl story, we are talking about the Black Pearl story recently. And everybody has said, boy, if Black Pearl, he just have the right people around him and get the right guidance. No, sir. Baller and people have to have sense too, you know. You have to have sense and realize and be intelligent about your life. And understand the level of talent where you have. And understand, say, your talent is something you're going to pick up off of the roadside. Understand, say, your time limited to be a professional sportsman. And then you go out and do what it takes to get there. Now, you know, if you have to wait for somebody to come advise you, to make you appreciate your talent and what you need to do to fulfill your potential, that means that you're not ready for the success. And they flip the argument upon them and ask them, say, yo, Ricardo Bibi Gardner went to Bolton Wanderers as a 19-year-old coming out of the World Cup. So me ask them, why do you think Bibi Gardner had such a stellar professional career, played over a decade of professional football in England? Why, you don't think of guidance? Guidance might have played a part, yeah. But people, the substantive reason why Bibi Gardner had such a long an illustrious career playing professional football in England is because Bibi Gardner was focused. Bibi Gardner himself was professional. Bibi Gardner was not waiting on nobody to want it for him. Bibi Gardner didn't want it for himself. And I put it to you that every single one of them, footballers, athletes, cricketers, sportsmen, women, who you see make it, is not because of no guidance. It is primarily because they themselves wanted it enough to do what it takes to get there. So you see, when we come with this argument about, boy, if them youth didn't get the right guidance, what we are doing now, we are spare them the blame, you know, for what happened to them, you know. It's not for them fault. Them they just need the right guidance. So them a big head bud. Them have no brain in them head to understand what life is all about. And understand, say, being talented can take you here and no further. You have to put in the requisite work. You got to be professional. You have to make moves. Come on, man. We must stop this thing where everybody is a victim. It's almost like we're making the players and the sportsmen that don't make it, you know, despite them obvious talent, you know. We're starting to making them victims now, you know. Because a victim because he never get the right guidance. Or, this is what we have to hear again, he never have the right people around him. So we're blaming everybody except the person at the center of them own life, you know, people. We can't agree with that, man. I suppose it's a part of the whole victim culture time we're living in. So people mind kind of trained to think that way, but not the maverick mind. The maverick mind remains wide open. And you can't tell me, say, a big adult footballer, 21, 22, 23 year old. Now understand, say, him have to put in the work if he want to make it. Eh? Him have to wait for some person, some pastor, some church, or some person in the camp, some guidance counselor, to tell him, say, Mas, you have to put in the work to make it. You have to be disciplined. You have to be focused. You have to work hard for your craft. You need guidance to tell grown adults that. Foolishness or not. Same something tell my friend in the night. Vehemently disagree with them. Let me tell you this. You see, every misguided sportsman who falls short of the glory, people like Ravel Morrison, Walter Boyd, Peter Lee Fussell, all of them when you hear me mention, people tried to counsel them, you know. People tried to talk to them, you know. People tried to guide them, you know. But you know why they don't make it? They themselves never wanted it enough to make the sacrifice to do what it takes to get to the top. Me becoming in the business of being a sports critic for the past 2.5 decades or more, you know. Because my modus operandi that, and my substantive role that, over the past many years. When we just look at sports generally across the spectrum and try to call a spade a spade. So me not gonna come with a kind of protectionist attitude the way, boy, everybody must be a victim, that's why. No, man. It's a performance business, you know. Sport is a performance business. And the converse side of what them do, I am willing to give all of them great sportsmen who made it. People like Usain Bolt, Leon Bailey, Ricardo Fuller, Ricardo Gardner, all of them youth from Jamaica who go out upon the international stage and make it. You have to give them flowers. Yes, guidance play a part, but everybody get guidance. The difference maker is not the guidance. The difference maker is the individual and the tenacity and the heart and the ambition where them have. Anyway, blessings, Maverick step away. See it ya? Yeah, man, you have to want it for yourself. People can't want it for you more than you. You have to want it for yourself. But that me say, that is it, man. That is it.